the genius of this game, if you can call it that, is really the down here. Really, see, and already the artwork is negligible. And you ignore it after that. But the problem is the text on the cards are so tiny. Focus, focus. It's not focusing. But even now, my eyesight is not 20/20. It's like 25/20. And this is hard for me to read. So I don't know. Think what you will. I think it's still a great game. Setup, it suffers the same setup and cleanup problem as most deck builders suffer. The ones that do not suffer from it are maybe Star Realms. Starting cards are different, and Ascension. In any game that is set up like Ascension, like Star Realms is going to be quick to clean up because you have your starter cards and then you have everything else. This one has different categories of cards. I mean, Ascension, Star Realms, they have different kinds of cards, but they're all intended to be all mixed up in the main pile. So this games like this and Dominion and other stuff like that, basically the majority of worker placements, the majority of deck builders are set up with this common pool that everyone can purchase from, and then like they have individual stacks of different cards, and then something to do with the different stacks being depleted. Dominion is like that, and that in this sense, yeah, this is like Dominion where a certain amount of stacks of cards are depleted, and then the game stops, and then whoever has the most points is the winner or the best. What makes it different is the different combinations of things you can get at the bottom of the cards, and then each card has their special ability, and then you can play these negative cards. Now, some reviewers have noted that these negative cards do not add value to the game. I mean, technically they add negative values, right? But they're not that fun to play. There are other sequels or expansions to this game, like the Romantic Vacation, Expanding the House, or the Oktoberfest, where those extra mechanisms are actually kind of fun to play. Like getting your neighbor drunk is probably a little bit more fun than causing them to get sick and get negative points, right? So, and I think that's a bit of set collection too, because you can collect different beers, and then when the beer stack is gone, then the game is over. Or when 2 stacks of maids is gone, then the game is over. So they add different conditions to the end game, and then slightly different mechanics with the little gimmick for that set. But that seems to be the preferred change up or mechanic compared to these negative ones they can play in the first set. I think they're trying something a little bit different. And I think it was well received, but most people can do without it. So that's Tanto Cuore. My throat's all dry. I'm tired. It's time to sleep. And I hope I can bring it out to the table real soon and share it with folks. And if you have a chance, you guys who are watching have a chance to get your hands on this game, or you know someone who has it, bring it out, play it. It's a really good game. The artwork is great, but that's not what makes the game great. It's the mechanics, it's the little twists here and there. The theme is the theme. So it is what it is. I like it. Felicia Day says this is one of her favorite games. She said that on International Tabletop Day. No, she didn't. She said it in a short video a couple years ago, Board Gaming for Beginners or something like that. But she did mention that Tanto Cuore was one of her favorite games. And if the Queen of the Nerds thinks it's an enjoyable game, that I think it's worth taking a look at. Even if you don't like it eventually, just look at it, see how it plays before you pass judgment. ignore the artwork. After a little while, after playing the game a couple times, you don't even see the artwork because the freaking text is so tiny. You're too busy trying to read that anyways. So, I'm going to end this video here. Thanks for watching, and I'll have another tutorial out or some other food related thing. And I'll work on getting my face in the frame next time. At least I'll do a better job. So, good night, folks.